So we're starting here at the Mary Gerard entrance, where Abby and Libby were dropped off. I'm flying a drone. It's just the smoothest performance. I am an amateur drone operator, so it's the turns and things aren't great. I'm not great at it. This is basically to the right would be the Freedom Bridge and the parking lot and the CPS, area. Straight ahead is where a path goes down to the water, and then the paved path goes out to the bridge. And there's no foliage on the trees right now, so it'll give us a good idea. Behind us at this moment is several houses on the left of this video behind us. And actually, the distance from the road to the trees to this path is not a lot. You can actually, while driving on the road beside all this, at this point you can kind of see the trail. They just recently paved all of this. It's actually quite nice to walk on, a lot better than it was at one point. I think about if someone was stalking people out there throughout the day, or just at that exact moment, or maybe they saw the Snapchats, and they would have had, if they came from Peru or surrounding towns, they might have got out there early. I'm talking about Bridge Guy. Whoever Bridge Guy was probably got out there earlier, or just kind of walked around the area. We don't know. It's hard for me to trust witnesses and things like that don't come directly from law enforcement or things that they said directly. But as you can see pretty clearly through these trees out here. So someone, there, as I was out there today, there was a couple with their kids out there, and you say hi and you keep walking, you keep doing your thing. And maybe Bridge Guy didn't take these traditional routes. Maybe he went along the woods, or some other direction came in, and maybe that's why they think he knew this area well, and partly why he was local or whatever. Because you can see right through this stuff. Now there's a bend up above, ahead of us, and before you get to the bridge there, you don't have a long line of sight. So for him to know no one was coming behind them, Bridge Guy would have to know, like at this point, he'd have to look back. And then if he saw no one coming on the trail, that would give him, I would say, 3 or 4 minutes at most, as for visibility of how far. It's really odd to me, and I haven't figured it out. Of course, come on. But anyway. And so as it starts to bend, it straightens out, and then we will be at the bridge. Kind of see it a little bit right there. And right now to the left is a pretty good distance to the road. And it becomes a cliff, a really deep cliff. And on the right side, it's pretty much straight down to the water also. So there's a lot of... Somebody could hide pretty well in this area, I would think. Um, I don't know. And as we come up on the bridge here, you can see how long this really is. And the video coming up, where the camera goes across the bridge, you kind of get an idea. Sometimes I have to stop to catch up my walking to the drone. You'll see the barrier on the left coming up that used to sit like in front of the bridge itself. There it is, right there on the left. Kind of rusty color. And you can see it all drops off straight sheer cliff down to the water from this point on. You step on that first log and you're 15 feet off the ground. And by the time you're on the fifth log, 70 feet. That's how sheer that is. So, and this used to be all pretty rough terrain. It was more like a path carved by walkers than it was an actual path, I would say. Just pausing a moment to kind of capture the length of this thing. And here we go. And I'm going pretty fast, and I'm staring at my phone, and it's raining a little bit. There's the first, you can see holes if you, maybe you can slow this down. You can see some of those missing ties and whatnot. I'm trying to control the drone. It's a little bit rainy, a little bit windy. It's hard to keep it perfectly straight with the entire bridge. And I think I give you an idea of what it looks like standing off of this thing. Yeah. So we're basically back over land. Yes. And there's me way over there, and there's the cliff. It's pretty much straight down. You can see how high. So over there is the cemetery, and it's way up in the, it's about level with the bridge, I would say. Now, I wanted to fly the drone all the way straight across, but there's so many trees growing up around it that it just becomes a risk. So I can't go all the way like this view. We're back over land again, of course. So, yeah, I realize that I'm going to lose my drone if I don't do some things here. And so, going way up above the trees, you can get an idea of there's still so much length left to this bridge and the land underneath of it. Now that road is a private drive. There's a gate at the entrance to that road we're looking at. It's actually a driveway. There's the end of the bridge. There's the down the hill. I imagine that driveway is a super pain to drive when it's snowed out there because of it's hills and valleys, right? You can see where the drive is and the end of the bridge where the down the hill was recorded. And it's really deep to get down to the water. I know a lot of people don't realize that. And you can see these houses sit way up. And quite a distance from the end of the bridge, actually. And that direction is the one of the crime scenes, technically. But this is the land they would have ran across, and then crossed that water, and then it went up an embankment to the other side. Going up a little higher now. Just want you guys to see. So, like, there's Ron's property way back there that we just got a peek of. And there's me standing on the bridge way over there. On the edge of it. So I'm 6 foot tall. That gives you an idea of I'm an ant and how high this is. And I'll come down closer to the bridge here in a moment. It's so beautiful out there. And but there's this sorrow that hangs in the air, of course. And it's almost, it's eerie. It really is. When it should be peaceful. But some monster had to ruin it. And I hope today's the day. I think everyone feels that we're getting close. I almost ran into a tree, so. I'm an amateur drone operator. And, so, thanks for being patient with me and my weird angles and things. I hope this gives you a sense of the area. And I recommend, if you can, to go out there. I've talked before about how actually going out there changed my mind about some things. Yeah, look at the missing ties. I can't walk on that bridge. I do not like heights. I fell off a ladder as a teenager, and walking that bridge is a no from me. What kind of a monster would choose a location? Was the location only chosen specifically because the Anthony Shots account knew they were going out there? Did Bridge Guy go out there and walk the place and kind of learn and map out in his mind where and how? Or was it all just spurious? May today be the day.